now, but in theory you can have as many as you want if you want to cover up your entire screen. So if there's a room that you go back to quite often, you open up your room book, much like I just did with the spell book, drag and drop, and off you go.
Will you still be able to use the in-game macros instead of the hotbars?
We're not done with the macro system yet. The hotbar replaces a lot of what the macro system does now, but once that's all in and working, once we have the hotkeys already set, I wish I had a slightly newer version of the client. But we will have a full-featured macro system, and it will be very, very flexible and allow you to map anything you want to do. So once we give you the interface, you're going to use the macro system to tweak it the way you want it.
So you won't have to have your screen cluttered up with icons. You will still be able to make...
Yes, you can hotkey everything.
Will you go with this? Still interface with this?
UOSys will interface with Legacy, probably because they'll need to completely rewrite it to interface with Kingdom Reborn. So not off the bat, and I'm not sure if those folks are going to continue to support. It's going to be in Kingdom Reborn.
So they're actually going to give us a dress macro and different weapon arm macros?
Those are all on the list of things we'd like to do. Yes. We know that a lot of people use UOAssist, and we use UOAssist, so we want to give as much UO functionality as we can. At the same time, we want to make sure that it works for Legacy. Yeah. Automap as well. Besides the cool scrolling in and out thing, we are looking at a map tool.
Definitely enhancing we definitely want to enhance the functionality of that little round map, which is interesting, but doesn't really help you find anything beyond that little round map. So we definitely want to increase the usability of that, to a more industry standard style part.
Multiple monitors. Hadn't thought about that one. I do know that it works on multiple monitors now because that's how I play at work sometimes. I'll stretch it across, but I don't know. We'll probably end up supporting that because most computers require multiple monitor support right now anyway, so I don't know about that.
Waiting forever.
Okay, more questions?
This guy right here has been waiting forever.
Oh, the guy who's been waiting.
I have two quick questions.
Okay.
You're still going to have the tearaway health bars, things of that nature?
Tearaway health bars. Health bars are another issue where things need to be fast. So right now, if I in work mode now.
You can't hear you. Oh. Also, are you going to do anything to mitigate the effects of neon on my retina?
The art director is doing as much as possible to eliminate all neon from the game. We're going to have some rich colors, but we're not going to have neon.
Actually, the thing that's really cool is you look at these effects, they're really bright and colorful, and the world is a little more like subdued and muted, and so those effects actually look like really brilliant and beautiful. So there still will be colorful stuff, but it doesn't have neon in order to look effective against it. It can just be cool.
Is that potion?
Yes, potions. You get, oh, I'm sorry. You can stack anything that's stackable now is stackable.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Anything stackable now will be stackable. Stacking potions, that breaks a UI convention. I don't think it's going to break. We'll see. Yes.
My cow's bigger.
Well, we'll make the cows bigger. Write that down.
No. I think he's asking a question about the larger cows producing more leather.
Oh, the cows are bigger, as you see, so it might be more leather.
I have a potion question.
All right.
Because potions don't stack and you're using a scroll pack,
Yes.
if you drag and drop potions onto your hotkey bar,
Yes.
once you drink it, will it key itself next one in your backpack, or will you have 50 full of strength potions?
Yeah, hotkey functionality is designed right now called it. So if I have it right there and I drink it, go to my pattern. Yes. That's the same.
If you die, go through it. And then once you leave the battle,
Philosophical. That was the issue. Let me for a minute. I did that. Dying works in Kingdom. I was making myself feel. I'll get myself covered. It's supposed to be. Say ask that question one more time. I want to do.
if you're PvPing,
Mm-hmm.
you get killed, you're dead, you're a ghost.
You're a ghost.
Now you want to go get healed or get ready to go someplace.
Yes.
You want to go through a gate and will not let you because it says, you sure you want to flee in the heat of battle?
No. That's different to code.
That's a that doesn't that would be a legacy bug. You should Jeremy's all over it. Jeremy,
I didn't hear the question. I was like, what is it?
That's a legacy issue. That won't be affected by the client by keeping reward one way or the other.
What about cohesion with the gate travel, just when you're trying to take gates to various places?
Yeah, same thing. That's not a client issue one way or the other.
No, you're doing pretty
I don't have my cool
nice.
story.
Make a thread on Stratics. Tell us about it.
I think I never heard it. So why am I moving the game resetting my image? I know there is some difference between cards that might fade away, but anything that's a card that should be there, that was placed there properly, will end up being there. Some things that are put there by a GM who is big-hearted and it's actually something that's not actually seen by the system, it needs to be a legally placed object on the server. And I know there are some spots, and I think the spot you're talking about is legally placed. But honestly, we know there's spots in the world that were basically just kind of there unofficially. Those are going to go away. We can't even know about those. There's not even a list of those.
So what if we made a list for them? Just put them in this?
Sure. Make that list.
Okay? At the moment,
Any legally existing item in the game will still be in the game.
But what we're talking about is like the stuff that GM plays, like the decoration around the landscape. Like in Kinship Village, they've got their tavern, and then next to it, GM's place like benches and a little.
If they did it correctly, it will still be in the game.
Okay.
How will we know if they did it correctly?
Log in.
the day you log in. the GM.
You'll log in with Kingdom Reborn and you'll go there and it'll look different from the actual shard. You'll go from Legacy to Kingdom Reborn. That's a part of our testing process. Is we're going to go from where we are now to internal testing to external testing to one shard testing to multiple shard testing. So we'll be finding out lots of those issues.
Will Origin be the first shard?
Zero. Yes?
Will Origin be the first shard?
Kingdom Reborn, because it's a client, there probably won't really be a first shard. It'll be every shard right now.
You're gonna let us all be
Unfortunately, I can't promise that right now. We aren't at the point where we're building a beta list, but I'm sorry about that. We should have had a sign-up sheet for that.
Let's make one.
And before we launch, I will say before we launch, everyone in this room will have a chance to do the beta test. Everyone who has zero should have a chance to do the beta test. Yes, ma'am.
The guild stuff that you used to have, will you be bringing those back?
No, the guild system is going to remain the same. The interface is going to be improved somewhat, but basically the guild system is going to work the way it does now.
My next question is on the Braelynn, as far as the guild, is there any way to make them to where they can't like gank other guild members?
PvP is an interesting question.
What she means is, for new members to a guild, is there a way to make them so that they can't attack existing members of the guild?
Oh, that's a Jeremy question.
Yeah, that's any questions that aren't specifically related to the client, go ahead and send to community@uo.com and I'll keep track of them. Because all our brains are filled with this stuff right now. And we have to refill them with stuff legacy clients. So but yes, send those to me and I'd be happy to do the research on them.
To the left? Yeah.
There it is. Show us the sword. Show us the sword.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here. See you guys on Pacific. See you on Pacific.
All that stuff.
It's my demo sword. I can do anything.
Biggest question, what race are we gonna have?
What race you? Why, that leads me to the next part of the PowerPoint. Are we done with Kingdom Reborn? We can move on. Should you wish so?
She did a lot of games.
Yes, sir.